The Yorkie has been unmasked. Erika Jayne is off leash.
For sure.
How would you describe the Masked Singer experience?
Probably one of the best things I've ever done. I had the best time. I mean, I got to be in a Yorkie in a pink bedazzled miniskirt and crop top hoodie with big shades, singing songs. It really was like my inner 6-year-old just was able to get out there and have a good time.
Get to heal a little something in yourself by doing this.
You're actually right, yeah. And it was nice to be, behind a mask and just go for it.
It felt freeing?
Yes, 100%. The mask itself weighed about close to 8 pounds. So yeah, so balancing that and then the boots as well, underneath all the fur, because it was layers, trying to make sure that you hit the steps and sing in time, in tune. Because I really couldn't see. You can only see like a couple feet ahead of you, and everything else is obscured. So there was a moment that I kind of walked the wrong way and almost went off into the audience. But it was so much fun.
No one knows that. Only you know that.
No, we know that. They're like, stop moving. I was like, oh, okay.
Of course, that house key makes me think, yeah, hello, housewife. I think this is the amazing Erika Jayne.
Jenny McCarthy figured out it was you.
I think she knew from the moment I stepped on stage the first night.
You do have a very distinctive voice.
I know.
Ken went with Kyle Richards.
Yeah.
What did you make of the guesses?
I was just happy it wasn't me because I was having a good time. So I would have liked to have gone on.
You're like, just keep me here. I want to keep performing.
I just want to keep performing.
They loved you, those panelists. They called you the funniest contestant, full of heart. How was it to receive those compliments? Because it was anonymous. They didn't know who they were talking to.
Well, that's part of the beauty of it, was that I really, first of all, those were amazing compliments, and I'm really grateful that everybody enjoyed the Yorkie. But it felt great because I actually got to be, honestly, just a little bit more of myself and not someone that you may see on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills all the time.
In those clue packages, you have to go into your history and pull out, okay, what do I want to hint at? What do I want to hint at?
And I resented that part of myself for many years.
Think she got in legal trouble. She's used to being judged.
A lot of your clues were about the roller coaster the last 5 years.
Yes.
Has been. Does it ever feel like you're having to pick at a scab that you just want to heal?
Oh, I've said this for a long time. It's like a wound that, is closing, but we keep slicing it open. Sure. But look, I think also too, every day, as time goes on, you get further and further away from that.
I would imagine this is not the first time they tried to get you on the show. So why'd you say yes now?
It was the right time. It was just the right time, and it just felt perfect, and I just loved every moment of it.
Are you even more amped now to get back in the studio and make more music and get back out on the road?
100%, and I've got some shows in London coming up in June, which I'm super excited about. And anytime you do something like this, like I did Broadway in January and February of this year. So I did Masked Singer, did Broadway, came home. I've got my shows in the UK coming up. It just feels good. It's what I love to do.
One of those shows caused a firestorm online because a flyer went out saying you're a former housewife.
I saw that.
What's the deal there? What was going on?
You know what? I don't know. Certain things are beyond my control, and I saw that and I thought, no one knows who's coming back anyway.
I believe they've corrected the record
Have
now,
they?
and it
Okay.
says star of.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good.
We are in the middle of watching the reunion episodes. We've got one more episode to watch.
Sure.
Who would have known that a little conversation we had in November would
By
explode?
the way, you asked me a simple question, I gave an answer, and it ended up being like a real bone of contention at the reunion.
On Entertainment Tonight, Erika said she wanted to see Sutton and Garcelle open up more about their real lives.
Are there things that you are privy to that the audience isn't privy to?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
But I just feel as if, nothing is as it appears.
Do you know something?
No, I wish you were more interesting, I guess.
Oh, damn. Well, that's a shitty thing to say, Erika.
I imagine that surprised you that it hit such a nerve.
It did. Because it wasn't something that was that, inflammatory. But I guess it was.
To her.
Yeah.
What did you make of? She had a lot of smoke for you backstage, but not to your face.
Yes. Yes, that's kind of the way it seems to go.
That's the way it goes, okay.
You, Erika. You. You. What, because I'm not going through a divorce? Because I'm not, I didn't have, criminal activity? That I work? That I'm self-made? Yeah. I don't have a rich husband? I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth?
Well, she doesn't.
That's not interesting?
She doesn't have a rich.
Her. Her.
Where do you think the group goes from here? Because it is going to be a readjustment without, if Garcelle's out, possible other cast changes. What's your dream vision for season 15 of The Housewives?
Well, I don't know. You know, that's up to production network. Like, that's where they see the vision. I'm assuming they will put a new cast member in.
But you want to go back.
I'm going back until it no longer serves myself or Housewives.
All right, give me something to chew on for this final episode. It's the Garcelle walk-off. What are we in store for?
I think you're in store for filming till the very end and then standing up and saying, I'm leaving.
Confusing.
For me, it was, yes.
I am just so f***ing sick of it.
Garcelle.
I can't be friends with people like that. I don't trust them. They're all f***ing assholes.
I couldn't quite understand it because I've seen so many people have much, I don't want to say worse, but yes, like much more screaming and yelling and tears. And I didn't quite understand. I mean, I don't know because it was her day. But from my viewpoint, it didn't seem as if what had gone on was, hey, I've had enough and I'm leaving. Like I've left the show.
I've gotten a kick out of you at the reunion. You're kicking your feet, giggling, having the time of your life.
Because for a first time in a long time, I'm not like, you know, having to be, I'm present, but I also get to enjoy myself a little
Yes,
bit.
you get to be...
Right, I get to laugh a little.
Heavy on our hearts right now, our friend Teddi Mellencamp.
Yes.
Going through such a time.
Yes.
But to see her walk through this with the strength that she has, and she is just powering through, what does it mean to you to watch your friend?
Well, you know, she is so alive and so present, and she's just really seizing every day, and it's very inspiring because, you know, she's facing some really hard challenges, and she could have just curled up in a ball, but instead she's out there living her life to the fullest, and it's wonderful to watch.
And letting people in on the story and
Yeah.
gives some people probably some hope in their own lives.
Yeah, I think that she speaks about this, that, you know, someone she knew, their mother had the exact same situation, but she was depressed, and then you have Teddi who's out here just living life to the fullest. And so you can, I guess it's, you know, I guess every person is different, but she's definitely living her life, and I'm very proud of her, and I've enjoyed her.
You all were together, I think last night or the night before.
Night before.
Tattoos were had.
Not me.
Okay, you didn't
yeah,
get
I was
one.
no. They were getting them. I was like, okay, great. They're like, you too. I was like, no, I don't think so.
I feel like also we're all finally getting to see the real Teddi.
Sure.
That we didn't necessarily get to meet on Housewives.
But see, Housewives, and you know, Housewives is such a part of your personality or a part of your life that is chopped up and put into almost like a soap opera with other people. When you spend time with people outside of that, you get to see who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you ended last year on such a high note of you have a featured song in Enora.
Yeah.
This year you kick it off Masked Singer, a hell of a year to start 2025.
Yeah.
What else do you want to claim for this year?
I think, you know what, we're just onward and upward. I'm excited to go perform in the UK. I'll see what's happening with Housewives, and, you know, really, I can do whatever I want.
Would you go play Traitors?
You know, I was asked to do Traitors the first season, but I was in no shape to do it.
Well, that also, I don't think that was the best season to go do it, because it was the mix of reality stars and civilians, and now they've changed it to all reality stars.
Is it just reality stars all now? You know, I don't know. I don't know how I do. I really don't. I know that, you know, I don't know how I do.
I think you would crush a round table, and I'd like to see it.
Well, we'll see. You know, maybe the option is there. Who knows?
Who knows? The world is the Yorkie's oyster.
The world is the Yorkie's oyster.
There you go. That's all I got for you, Erika.
Thank you. Oh my God, this
Quick
is
and
like,
easy.
Look, no scandals.
Hopefully. Who knows? Maybe Garcelle will have thoughts on what we said about her.
we said nothing. We just said show more of your life.